Coming up on today's show, could Xavien Howard be on his way to Seattle? We have some new rumors to get to on the former Miami Dolphins corner. Coming up in just a matter of moments. Tyler Jones here with you. Thanks for joining us here on Seahawks Today. Before we go any further in today's show, folks, Sunday, that was brutal. Damn brutal. We need to shift the vibes and start to get momentum back our direction, folks. If you still believe in this Seahawks team, prove it. Like the video. Let's get at least 500 likes on today's video. Let's set a likes record that shows that we're still all in on this Seahawks team down the final stretch. Hit that like button. We'll get started here with today's program. We begin with a new Seahawks rumor from the folks at Bleacher Report as they are suggesting that Seattle sign corner Xavien Howard right now. Not wait a couple days, not wait a couple weeks, not an off-season move, but to go ahead and add him for the final few weeks of the regular season and for a potential playoff run. Here's more from Matt Holder of Bleacher Report with this idea. Trey Brown missed this week's game and has been struggling this season, making the starting cornerback spot opposite Rick Woolen a weakness for the Seahawks. While Artie Burns was designated to return this Wednesday, Burns has missed the majority of the campaign, having played in just one game before getting injured. So it wouldn't be a bad idea to bring in a veteran cornerback ahead of the playoffs. Howard appears to be in good shape as the Bengals offered him a contract last month, according to NFL Media's Mike Garafolo, but the two sides couldn't reach an agreement. Seattle should at least kick the tires on the 31-year-old, as he might be willing to help the team make a postseason run. So here's what you need to know on Xavien Howard. Why has he not been signed? A player that has the resume he does, we'll show you that, and his statistics you would think would be on a roster somewhere. Well, he has some serious legal concerns. I'll say this, though. He has met with several different teams, and he was offered a contract that we'll show you here in just a minute. So, obviously, there's been some vetting done to potentially get his name cleared on that. He last played Week 17 for the Dolphins of 2023, and he suffered a season-ending foot injury last year, but he is fully healthy. He's supposed to be fine and ready to go. It was the Bengals that had offered him a contract about a month ago, but ultimately could not agree to terms on said deal, and he remains available after not going to Cincinnati. He also worked out for the Cowboys, but there was no deal in place to get him locked up by Dallas on that front there. Howard has some obvious issues, all right? I'm not going to go into the details of the legal concerns and all that. That's a whole nother topic for another day. But if two teams have looked at him at the possibility of signing him, to me that's a good sign when it comes to his legal situation that can be pushed aside of sorts. Realistically, if you're Seattle here, what you're asking is, hey, can Xavien Howard come in and give you 3 good weeks? That's it. You don't have to pay him a ton because he'll get his 3 weeks and then his playoff paychecks from there. What do you have to lose at this point? If you're the Seattle Seahawks, why not as you're trying to make this playoff push? I don't hate the idea at all. What do you guys think? Weigh in our pinned comment today. Type S for sign, P for pass, if the Hawks should sign Xavien Howard or not. Before we go any further in today's program, let's tell you about our sponsor. That is Tushy, the modern bidet. 'Tis the season for uncomfortable family dinners. Now's the time to upgrade your only escape hatch from that table by installing a soothing, refreshing bidet in your bathroom. I got to tell you, I love this bidet, folks. It gets the job done. I mean, let's be honest. You be sitting there, and sometimes, man, it might take a minute. There might be a lot to just really dispose of. And you get done on the toilet, and you're sitting there like, oh, my Lord, like, I don't want any stains on my underwear. Well, don't worry. Bidet's going to take care of you here with the Hello Tushy is going to make it all feel better, folks. Installation is simple. Takes about 10 minutes to complete. Literally anyone can do it. People who have made the switch to Tushy use up to 80% less toilet paper. No more clogged toilets. Save your money and your ass at the same time. Give the gift of practical luxury that benefits everyone in your household. For a limited time, our listeners get 10% off their first bidet order when you use code CHAT at checkout. That's 10% off your first bidet order at HelloTushy.com with promo code CHAT. And don't forget to give us a shout-out when you're there and tell them we sent you. Go to HelloTushy.com for the best gift this holiday season. More on Xavien Howard. We mentioned previously played for the Dolphins and has had a very good career. Four-time Pro Bowler as recently as 2022. He was a first-team All-Pro selection in 2020. And not once but twice he has led the NFL in interceptions. So he has been an interception machine of sorts. And you want to go back to that 2020 campaign. The last time he led the league in picks, folks, you know how many he had? Any guesses? Bam, there it is. 10. 10. What is that in Spanish? 10, uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis, siete, ocho, nueve, diez. Diez interceptions in 2020. 5 in 2021. And although the interceptions numbers weren't as good in the last couple of seasons, he still was very solid in 2022 and in 2023. And you look at his coverage stats. You'll take these any day, folks. A lot of completion percentage at less than 63%, just 419 yards allowed, only one touchdown, 12 pass breakups, one interception, quarterback rating of 81.3. This is somebody that's ready to step in and play right away. You could sign him today and potentially have him ready to go by Sunday. And you're a bit shorthanded at that corner spot right now. We'll show you in just a bit what the situation looks like for the corners. But here's the reality, all right? Playoffs are coming up, and you are in a must-win, very desperate situation over the next few weeks. If you're the Seattle Seahawks, you have to say to yourselves, how bad do you want it? Whatever it takes to make the postseason. Look, just 3 weeks since Xavien Howard. That's all I'm asking for. All right? I know he's got all that stuff going on. Believe me, I understand. But I'm not making a long-term investment here. All right? We're not, pulling off some humanitarian effort going on here. Okay? I just need him to give me 3 weeks. Let's do it. Let's do it. What do you have to lose? Do you trust this Seahawks team right now to get the job done and push through into the postseason? Type B for believe, D for don't. Weigh in, let us know what you think. Seahawks Today is bringing you nonstop coverage all season long here on the channel with our daily news and rumors, live shows each and every Wednesday, watch parties every game day, breaking news, Q-Day mailbags. If Seattle were to sign Xavien Howard, you would be the first to know about it right here on the channel. We just passed 61,000 subscribers the other day, and we're not stopping there. Subscribe now for free, youtube.com/SeahawksTV. To subscribe now, you'll be glad you did. All right, now let's break down the situation that Seattle finds themselves in. You are a bit shorthanded. It is an all-hands-on-deck effort to get through these next few weeks for survival, as far as that goes, to get into the postseason. Here's what Seattle's corner room looks like. Trey Brown's a little banged up. Artie Burns a little banged up, right? And Josh Jobe, we've seen be up and down. We know Mike Macdonald's a big fan of him, but that position's been a little sus, as the kids say. Rick Woolen, he's had a nice bounce-back year. Devin Witherspoon's been good. But basically, in a nutshell, there's not a ton of depth in the corner room beyond Woolen and Witherspoon. And as what was once said by Matt Damon in one of those old crypto commercials for one of those crypto companies that's out of business now, fortune favors the brave. Look, I want this playoff so bad. I want it more than I need air, right? I want to get there. Be aggressive. What do you have to lose at this point? For the folks out there that were wanting to tank and all that, it's too late. It is. We are way past that. This is an 8-win football team. They're 2 games above 500. Why not put all your chips at the table, like signing a Xavien Howard, for example, and say we're going to go all out to do whatever it takes to try to be a playoff team. And then once you get in the tournament, then it's a new season. Everything restarts from there. The Seahawks' pass defense has been pretty solid the last few weeks. They've come a long ways from what they were at the beginning of the season. 13th in the NFL in yards per game, 213.6. But a couple injuries here and there, and we saw what Jordan Love did, living his best Toyota-thon life last week. It can change on a dime pretty quickly here. Xavien Howard could be a nice short-term solution for this circumstance they're in. Seattle needs to keep up this momentum that they have in this pass defense that we've seen over the last few weeks. This could be one thing to just keep the wheels turning, just keep everything going in that direction, I think would be big for Seattle. So we'll see what they do. Folks, thanks for joining us here at this edition of Seahawks Today. Subscribe now for the latest happenings on your favorite team each and every day on the channel. Hit that like button if you enjoyed today's show as well. We certainly would appreciate it. I'm Tyler Jones. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.